Oh my. No. I should have went home, but are we live now? Sorry. It's been a rough morning.
What's up, Loopy?
Hey.
How you doing? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I am all over the place, and so I'm good.
Yeah, it's all good, man. I apologize for earlier. I'm on the East Coast, so I'm going Eastern time. So I forgot you're in Michigan,
St. Louis,
huh?
Missouri.
Missouri. Oh, okay. All right, all right. That's what's up. That's what's up. How you doing today? How's everything going?
It's going okay.
All right. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started. We're live. This is Justin, aka the Con of Cons, SocialDCon, live with the LoOpy Chick. And starting off with my first question. So, where did you get the name LoOpy Chick? How did that come about?
It was my PlayStation name. So I got my PlayStation, and I was like, I need to come up with a name, right? So I was like, hey, let's just put Loopy. I do Loopy things, right? So then people start calling me Loopy because those were people that I gamed with. And they would be like, oh, your name's Loopy. That actually fits you. And I'm like, I know, right? And progressing on, I've been a blogger since I was, 13 years old. Started with very bad poetry and went on from there. So then I used to call myself something chick. It was like chubby chick or something like that. And so then I took out the chubby and then I put Loopy in there, and Loopy Chick didn't really work. So then I was like, that Loopy Chick? It's honestly, I have no clue. It came together.
Nice, nice. All right, all right, all right. That's awesome. That's good stuff. So, you've been doing a lot of things with like social media and other places like Discord. What other avenues have you gone about exploring as far as social networking and talking to people and getting people together that gaming and things like that?
For a while, I tried to do local things a little bit, but I don't know a lot of local people, so it didn't work out. I am best online. Everything that I've ever done that's been okay has been online. So honestly, I just go where people that are like me are, and let's just start talking.
That's the way to go. So, no, that's the way to go, man. That's I mean, that's how you meet new people. That's how you learn new things. No, that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. So, tell us a little about like LoOpy Land. I'm sorry, LoOpy Land. Is that your site, your blog?
It's okay. So that is going under construction. It's time for me to renew my website, so I'm going to take that construction in a minute. The website is actually called LoOpy Land, but the URL is That LoOpy Chick, so that's confusing.
Yeah.
But LoOpy Land is pretty much what I call my mind. It's inside my head. I call it LoOpy Land. And so for a long time, I stayed in LoOpy Land, and I read books. I daydreamed. I read more books, and then I daydreamed some more, and then I read more books. And so that wasn't necessarily the best way or healthy way to live life. And so what I did was I created a website, and I just started talking about all of the things that I was doing in my own head and everything that goes on in my own brain. And that's where I have that blog, and I call it LoOpy Land. And then a lot of my podcasts is I tell people I'm stepping outside of LoOpy Land to broaden my horizons or learn something new. So LoOpy Land is just a lot of revelations of me coming to realize that reality is not what I thought it was. That the books are not healthy to get lost in, and just other things that are outside of LoOpy Land.
And so this wasn't actually a question I had initially, but is that what actually brought you to broaden your horizon as far as like meeting new people and talking to new people? Because, you know, as you started, you sound like you was most in the head and reading and to yourself and in the shadows, but then like you sound like now you're bringing it out.
Yeah. I started doing things that make me uncomfortable. So
yeah, that's good. That's awesome.
And now I'm actually stepping outside into the world physically and doing things that make me uncomfortable. I guess during COVID, it's not the time to start doing that, but you know.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I don't believe we should be living in too much in fear no anymore. You know, the things are coming out. You know, we're being safe, masks and things like that, and people are getting the vaccine. So, you know, I think if you know getting out there and exploring, I think that's a great idea. I think that's a great thing for you to be doing. And I mean, honestly, going into as you were saying, you know, getting into things more uncomfortable. So last year, and talking about the virus and the cons from 2020, last year it was it's pretty hard for cons, right? A lot of cons got shut down. Live con going to the con, you know, things got shut down. They got closed. They got canceled. And some people, a few people, you know, some cons started to go virtual, but some people like yourself decided to go to social media to, you know, bring the con to people who weren't able to go there. So you had Blurred Zoom Tribe. And that was something that honestly I had accidentally come across because I was looking for people, I guess like me, and I was looking for some kind of outlet to talk to people and see people, and I found you know, Blurred Zoom Tribe. Can you talk more about that and how you were inspired to do that and bring people together? And I'm sure that's part of, you know, being uncomfortable and things like that.
Yeah, it was very uncomfortable. So when I went to Blur in 2019, that's when I started the Discord. That's when the Discord was at its biggest. And we was a group of us from BlurredCon, a decent amount, who liked other conventions, wanted to keep in touch with each other. So I created the Discord. Well, BlurredCon wasn't going to do a virtual convention last year. They didn't do a virtual convention.
Right.
Like interviews and stuff, I guess they helped build their brand, which is cool, whatever works for them. But they didn't do anything virtual. So I wanted to put together something virtual that we could all come together and do. Everybody else was doing it, so I did it. And that's why I had to be the one that was uncomfortable. Anyway, so I put it together. I had a friend who knew a friend who is part of Wreck the System. And so, like, okay. Then I had a friend who knew a DJ here in St. Louis who wanted the opportunity to do it because he missed BlurredCon as well, DJ. And it kind of just fell into place. Honestly, I put work into it. I did. I promise you. But like it kind of fell into place pretty well. The only thing that didn't fall into place is I'd have to say the planning of the sessions where people just came in and talked. Like I had anime sessions planned, and it wasn't really supposed to be a panel because we had everyone coming to us with panel, like panel here, panel there, sit here from my living room and watch you on a panel. Okay, I want to be in the convention watching you at a panel. Otherwise, I don't. And a lot of people were complaining about how there was nothing for us. So my convention entirely was about bringing people together in a tribe environment and just talking and discussing. So it was supposed to be no panels. It was just people talking, and I had certain topics scheduled for certain times. And that went pretty okay. I had a few of my friends, nothing big, but it made me feel better about life. And when Wreck the System came on, and then when I had a few other performers come on and a DJ, that's when really people came in to watch. So I'm learning that people really like music. But it was a good experience. It was a learning experience. And I had it. I guess that's what matters.
And look, for whatever it means to you, it definitely was a inspiration to what actually became SocialDCon, which because I didn't really know how to come about it and use Facebook as for that. And I was like, oh, okay, she got a group here. It's a group. I can start my own. You can start a group to do this, and then we use Facebook chat and things like that to get things together. And it really was an inspiration. I don't know if anybody ever came out and tell you that or said they saw anything. And like you're Missouri, right? You're in Missouri. You're all the way in Missouri. I'm in Maryland, right? Me and my friends in the East Coast, we like, oh man, like I saw it what you did, and I was like, oh man, we don't have to not do anything. Like everybody wants to do something. Like we was like moping about BlurCon, and I was like, oh no, let's do our own thing. And honestly, that was all like I was inspired from Blurred Zoom Tribe. I keep figuring out how to say it, but Blurred Zoom Tribe, man, it was really good. Are you planning on doing it again? Uh-oh, I think I lost your sound.
I might do it again, but I don't really. I'm not sure because everything's opening back up, and my people are going out to play. So I might not. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to do it again. If I did, I don't think I'd have the same turnout that I had last year, and last year I didn't have that big of a turnout.
Right. Well, if you decide to do it, I'll definitely be involved. If you decide not to do it, I hope you can help us out over SocialDCon, which will be, coming around the fall. I would definitely like your input on the gaming because I know you like been doing gaming and big on gaming. Are you good on? How are you doing with time?
Time I'm good. I got till 4 o'clock, but no, or the gaming I haven't. That's why I'm a little like this. I haven't touched my PlayStation in like 2 months.
Hey, that's not a problem. What, 2 months? That's it?
That's a problem.
Is it? Oh, that's the problem to serious gamers, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 2 months, man. Sometimes you need a break and need to step back.
Yeah, no, it's bad. It's bad. I miss all the For Honor updates, and I only play fighting games. So you step away for 2 months. That means something.
Oh man, we gotta see each other on Mortal Kombat then. You got Mortal Kombat?
I got Mortal Kombat. Am I good at Mortal Kombat? No, I'm not a good gamer. I'm a gamer who games for fun.
Yeah, you sure fool. I mean, you fool me. All right, let me ask you this. Let me go to my next question then, since we're talking about gaming. And you can have an opinion on this. You cannot. It's up to you. I'm just a broad question. Okay, take it where you want to. How can cons, like more cons, start to appeal more, or maybe they're already appealing well to the gaming community? Is there a way that they can because I feel like you see a lot of people dressed up, cosplay, and I don't know if everybody does the cosplay, right? I don't know, and people just enjoy games and want maybe BlurCon one time had a bunch of arcade games down in one of those hallways. Like, is there a way that cons can appeal more to the gamer side of their gamer fans and following?
See,
in your opinion, it doesn't matter, and you can take this anywhere.
If you had asked me if there's a way that cons could appeal to bookworms, I'd go ham on that.
Take me there. Take me there. Take me to bookworms. Let's go. Change the question up. That's it. Well, how do they appeal to bookworm? How can we appeal to bookworm?
Bring in authors. So in St. Louis, when I actually liked, what's that? Wizard World. When I actually liked Wizard World, which I don't now because they're trash. But when I did like them, they had all of the local. They had a local famous old bookstore, and then that bookstore linked up with authors and brought in authors to come to the convention. That was the best convention that they had ever done in St. Louis. And we got to meet Laurel K. Hamilton, which is the author of the Anita Blake and Meredith Gentry series, and a few other authors. And it was just like, it was nice. It was nice to meet the people that wrote the books. It was nice to see what they had coming up next. It was nice to be a part of it. Then you had the book signings, and I was, 19 at the time. So I was as shy as can be. I'm still shy, but then I was super shy. And she thought it was because she was an author. No, you're just a new person. But like the opportunity to meet authors, the opportunity to learn their process as a writer is nice, to listen to another writer who's done it successfully and detail about that. But I'm gonna get back to the gaming question because I want to answer that question.
All right. Well, hold on. Oh, go ahead.
Gamers need tournaments.
Need what?
And they need tournaments to watch.
Oh yeah.
They like, every gamer I know, including myself, we watch competitions.
You prefer watching over playing?
Publicly, yes. By myself, no. I'll fall asleep. If it's like a group of people in my house and we decide to play video games, I'm gonna fall asleep.
I like the cinematics, man. I'm a cinematic person. You can't skip the cinematics. If you playing and you get to a certain point, you earn that cinematic. And I gotta watch. You gotta play. I mean, even if I'm not playing, I'm watching you play. You can't skip the cinematics.
See, I'm that person that does not like I don't like most games that aren't fighting games.
Fighting games, so when you get to the end of a fighting game, when you beat the boss in a fighting game, you still a cinematic. The character has its own storyline.
I mean, yeah, I guess, but like I like that old school round one.
Tekken had at the end of every when you had a character and you fought through each person and you got to the end, they had their storyline. Street Fighter.
You're not wrong.
All right, look, I want to go back to your books. Okay, so you got me on the books. We started talking about those. Do you have anything? I know you said you worked on small stuff for blogging and things like that, but do you have anything in the works as far as novels?
I discovered I'm not a novel writer. Actually, so I'm a movie fanatic. I want every book that I read to be turned into a TV series. Like,
okay.
Excuse me. There's an author called Darren Shan, and he came out with you may have heard of the movie Cirque du Freak.
Yeah.
Okay. He came out with the movie, he came out with the book Cirque du Freak. Like when I was in elementary school, I was like,
yeah.
Page. The series is great. Then he came out with the series Demonata. Okay. Demonata is the perfect movie. Like, not movie, the perfect book that could be taken and made into like a great anime. Not even kidding. Like, I'm not going to go into that part though. So, I am always inspired by Darren Shan. Darren Shan, his books are great. And I lost where I was going with this, but I'm gonna find my way back. Give me a second. Darren Shan, he gives me life, and I love that, and I love that they can write novels, but I like the idea of turning things into a visual. So I'm actually not working on a novel necessarily, but I am working on a what do you call it? The word escapes me. I want to use the fancy word, but I'll use the plain one, script.
Is it screenplay?
Thank you.
Is that the fancy word, screenplay? I think that's it.
Yeah, that's the fancy word. I like that fancy word.
Okay.
So I'm thinking of doing a screenplay, but my mom said I should start off with a graphic novel. But the thing is, I want it to be anime style, and I'm not Japanese. But I am hearing a lot of people who are making anime style cartoons, or not cartoons, it's not a cartoon, anime style TV shows and movies, and they're not Japanese, but what they'll do is they'll send it over to Japan for the art. I don't want to send things over to Japan for the art. So whatever. Anyway, graphic novel is what I'm to do. The American version of the manga. So
you need look, I was just thinking, what you could do would be a pretty cool idea. Fly to Japan, stay under somebody who, a manga drawer, and learn under them and let them pass it down to you. You know what I'm saying? Like traditional guru, teacher, sensei, student style.
You want me to draw? No, I'm a writer.
Hold on. Oh, so okay. So the writing style, it needs to be manga as well. Is it a manga writing style?
No. So the writing I can take care of. I would have to find an artist for the drawing part. So that's the issue. Is like I can do half of it, but not the whole thing, because that nobody wants me drawing anything.
Why not?
I be that funky new style that everybody like at first.
Oh.
And hop into it, like, cause it won't look right. I'm not like to draw, but I'll end up drawing like squiggly shapes and stuff. And so I ended up with like somebody with a head like that.
Some people like that stuff.
I don't. As people, like, in something that I'm watching on TV, like, I like new styles, but like I don't like it for it to deviate too much. Right. So like, is this one on Netflix? I think it's called like Dragon something. Dragon.
I think I know what you're talking about.
It looked like PBS cartoons. I could not get into that.
Oh man.
Like, no, leave me alone. I'm not watching it. But yeah, in the land of books and writing my own, I'm not quite sure that I could write my own book, but I am definitely, but because I see things like, as a writer, the style that you write in, it all depends on how you translate that from your head to paper. And for some reason, I could write a book inside my head. I have. Getting it out, the easiest way for me to do that is just I want it to be a movie, just like it's a movie in my head.
Right. No, I understand. That makes sense. So let me ask you this: do you do any cosplaying yourself?
No, because I like cosplay. I appreciate cosplay, but I am too lazy for cosplay. Like, not that I'm too lazy, it just doesn't matter enough for me to do it. Like, I'll put ideas together and then I'll think, do I really want to put in that work to do it though? How much do I care about this idea? It's like, I don't care. idea very much, but let's put my money and resources into something else that I do care about.
Right. Nice. So when you go to the cons, you just kind of going to see other people's cosplay?
Yes, and to play games. I love tabletop games.
Oh, okay, yeah. Have you ever heard of SocialDCon? They're going on right now.
SocialDCon?
Yeah, they're based out of PA. Yeah, they got a whole thing going on. I think I want to say Penn State. I think they're like an anime group in Penn State that started a con. They've been going on for 15 years. They this year they did a virtual con, and they have tabletop things. I mean, I guess they got what is it? What's that popular one with the kids? The kids love it.
Kids love it. I don't know what the kids are loving. I'm 27.
Man, what's that game? It's Among Us. Among Us. They got Among Us. They're playing Among Us, and they're playing. I don't know if this is to be considered tabletop, but what is you don't know Jackbox.
Ooh, Jackbox Trivia. Yes, that I know.
It's on Twitch.
Yes.
Are you on Twitch?
I am on Twitch. I am.
Yeah. So they have that going on right now, and that's it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool so far. But yeah, if you ever get a chance, check it out. They got it today and I think tomorrow. Let me ask you this: how important is gaming to the blurred culture?
That's extremely it's extremely important. A lot of people, like, I run across some people who are like European Americans, and they'll say, I don't understand why you guys need a whole new word for it. And it's like, because it's not the same thing. It's like,
right. Mm-hmm.
The culture of Black people in America mixed with the culture of nerdism. You take them, you smush them together, and you have us.
Yeah.
No matter where you go, gaming is everywhere. It's whether it's 2K or Smash Brothers, whether it's Tekken, is very, very, very big in the Black community, like huge. So I'd have to say fighting games and classics are extremely big, especially when it comes to Nintendo, are extremely big in blurred culture. It's important that if you ever do anything with blurs that you involve their gaming, they will be offended. We will be offended. Yeah. I won't be as offended because I really don't like Nintendo, but let's not go there. I'm offended if I can't go somewhere and watch people play fighting games. Like last year, I have a shirt on right now. I went to Frosty Fostings, and that was great. It was like you could buy game stuff and all of that jazz, but really the main attraction was the tournament and watching people play. E3, was it? No, it was not E3. Evo, sorry. Evo last year, Evo was a disappointment as far as Tekken.
Yeah.
But it's important. It's really important.
That was a good answer. And I mean, I think it's also, a good point to say that, gaming, brings together all cultures, really. It's something that brings people together because, I think everybody likes games, man. I mean, I don't know everybody, but a lot of people enjoy a good game, especially a fighting game, I think. But look, I know you're running low on out of time. I got one last question I want to ask you. So what cons will LoOpy be attending this year? What will we see? Where can we find you?
So LoOpy is indecisive. It's part of my LoOpy thing. Let's just go with it. But I've been going back and forth on BlurCon. I'm just not sure I want to make the trip to the East Coast if it's not going to be like full out BlurCon. So I know for a fact I will be going to Anime Weekend Atlanta in October. I know for a fact that I will be going to Anime STL this month. Mainly because it's here in St. Louis and I have a panel. Oh yeah, I have a panel. It's called
nice.
Yeah, it's Navigating the Video Game Community. And basically we just talk about the online community. Talk about the online community, and I tell you, it's rough. The online community is no mercy. But those are the two that I'm for sure doing this year is Anime STL and Anime Weekend.
All right, awesome. Well, LoOpy, thanks for taking the time out to join me and answer these questions and collaborating with SocialDCon, and hopefully we can collaborate more in the future, and hopefully I'll see you soon and all that. So you have a good day.
You too.
All right, peace. Have a good one.
It ended. Go off my screen.